In this video we are going to talk about the 10 worst human foods for dogs. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. According to one of the common misconceptions about canine nutrition, you should never feed your dog human food. Several things that are typically available on your own dinner table, including fresh fruit and vegetables and lean meat, are suitable for dogs to consume happily and healthfully. However, there are some items in your kitchen that you should keep well away from your dog's bowl, no matter how intense the puppy dog eyes are. Here are some suggestions. What meals are dangerous for dogs to eat and what foods they should avoid? Number 10. Alcohol. Your dog may be intoxicated with affection for you, but that is the only kind of intoxication he requires. Even while alcohol has the same impact on a dog's liver and brain as it does on a human's, it can cause significant harm to a dog when consumed in large doses. The consumption of even a tiny amount of alcohol can result in vomiting, diarrhea, central nervous system depression, problems with coordination and breathing, comas, and even death. And, much as with humans, the smaller the dog, the greater the impact of the treatment. Number 9. Onions and garlic. Take precautions to keep your dog away from these two people, and not just because of the garlic breath. Garlic is a contentious substance, it has a wide range of therapeutic applications, and is an immune booster, but the hazards associated with using it exceed the benefits. Both onions and garlic include a chemical that has the potential to damage and/or destroy a dog's red blood cells, resulting in anemia in some cases. Is it possible that your dog snatched the last onion ring when you weren't looking? Keep a watch out for symptoms of anemia, which include fatigue, pale gums, and a lack of interest in meals, dullness, and shortness of breath. This hazard exists in all forms of garlic and onion, whether they are raw, powdered, cooked, or dehydrating. Number 8. Caffeine. Your dog might benefit from some extra pep in his step first thing in the morning. While you can get some exercise in the morning, don't even think about sharing your Starbucks. In large enough volumes, coffee can cause irreversible harm, and even caffeine toxicity if drank too frequently. This risk is present in a variety of beverages, ranging from tea, coffee, and energy drinks to soda, cocoa, and even some medications. Restlessness, fast breathing, heart palpitations, and muscular tremors are all symptoms of caffeine toxicity, which are not unlike to how we feel after downing 2 cold brews in one sitting. Number 7. Grapes and raisins. While some fruits, such as apples and pears, are excellent nutritious snack options for your dog, grapes and raisins do not qualify. Although they appear harmless, these sugary treats can cause vomiting, lethargy, and ultimately kidney failure in dogs when consumed in large quantities. Although it is unclear why grapes and raisins have this impact on dogs, make sure your doggy stays away from the grapes on your cheese plate to be safe. Number 6. Macadamia nuts. Dogs should avoid macadamia nuts, which may be a good source of nutritional fiber for people, but they should eat something different if they want some crunch. These nuts can be lethal to dogs, despite the fact that the prognosis in many cases is highly favorable. The severity of toxicities varies depending on the size of the dog, but even a small amount of macadamia nuts, 2.4 g/kg, can induce clinical indications of poisoning, such as muscle tremors, weakness, hindquarter paralysis, vomiting, fever, and rapid heartbeat. Because the combination of these nuts and chocolate exacerbates clinical indications and raises the danger of mortality, please keep that bag of white chocolate macadamia nut cookies closed for the sake of everyone else. Number 5. Xylitol. This artificial sweetener, which can be found in a variety of products such as candy, gum, toothpaste, and certain diet foods, can have immediate and painful implications for your dog. Due to the abrupt surge in insulin circulation caused by xylitol, it is possible to experience a severe drop in blood sugar levels and even liver failure. Early signs and symptoms include frequent vomiting, tiredness, and lack of coordination, which can progress to seizures later in the disease. The intake of xylitol can result in liver failure in as little as a few days, so be sure to replace the cap on your toothpaste when you get up in the morning. Your dog, as well as your roommate, will be grateful to you. Number 4. Chocolate. This delicious treat is the most frequently cited prohibited food for dogs on the internet. Chocolate is harmful to dogs because it contains a chemical known as theobromine, which can cause irregular heartbeats, tremors, seizures, and even death in some cases. All chocolate is toxic to dogs, but dark and unsweetened baking kinds are the most deadly since they contain the highest concentrations of theobromine and are consequently the most lethal. Number 3. Fat trimmings and bones. The temptation to feed our dogs leftover bacon scraps from brunch is strong, but it is not worth it. Dogs might develop pancreatitis when they consume cooked or raw fat trimmings. Besides that, bones can splinter and puncture a dog's esophagus or digestive tract, making it dangerous for him to consume them. Freshly cooked, high-quality meats, on the other hand, are a fantastic source of protein that is both safe and pup-friendly. Number 2. Yeast dough. Raw yeast-based bread dough might be an unforeseen poisoning concern for dogs. The dog's gastrointestinal tract provides an ideal habitat for the yeast organisms to proliferate when the bread dough is consumed. The bread dough will expand in the dog's stomach, putting pressure on the surrounding organs and causing breathing problems. The sticky quality of the mass will make it tough for dogs to vomit up the bread dough. The fermenting yeast cells will create ethanol as the illness worsens, and the dog's blood alcohol level will rise to toxic levels. Unbaked bread dough, like other forms of alcohol poisoning, can produce intoxication, lack of coordination, and central nervous system depression. Although treatment can help to alleviate the symptoms of alcohol poisoning and increase the chances of a dog surviving, severe cases can still be fatal. A solid explanation why cookie dough dog treats aren't a popular trend is that they aren't very tasty. Uncooked dough must rise before it can be baked. This is basic baking 101. If your dog consumes it while it is still raw, it will rise to the surface of the stomach, causing swelling and extreme discomfort. The yeast will also ferment, resulting in the production of alcohol, which you should be aware is a potentially hazardous endeavor by now. Number 1. Fruit pits and seeds. Always use caution when feeding your dog fruit with pits and seeds, such as peach slices or watermelon chunks, because they might cause stomach problems. In addition, certain substances contained within the pits themselves can be hazardous. Cyanide is found in both peach and plum pits, and it is harmful to dogs as well as people. Not all fruits, on the other hand, should be avoided. After removing the pits and seeds, certain fruits can make for a delicious and nutritious snack for your pup. Some pits have rough edges that might cause esophageal injury. The lining of the esophagus is extremely thin and can be damaged by physical or chemical irritation, resulting in esophagitis or an esophageal ulcer. Both of these problems make it difficult for a dog to eat. A full tear is excruciatingly painful and can result in significant consequences such as pneumonia. Seeds that are enormous in comparison to the size of the esophagus can get caught as the muscular layer of the esophagus tries to push the object toward the stomach, despite the fact that the esophagus is elastic. A trapped seed or hole might have long-term consequences. As the body recovers after the object are removed, scar tissue may form, which is considerably less elastic than normal esophageal tissue. This is referred to as an esophageal stricture, which means that the tissue in that area is less able to expand as food is ingested. Food passing through a stricture might be difficult or uncomfortable. Gagging, vomiting, and regurgitation, as well as fatigue and a lack of appetite, are all symptoms. If the pit makes it into the stomach, it may become lodged there or elsewhere in the intestines. It subsequently becomes a blockage caused by a foreign body. If too many little pits, such as those found in cherries, are swallowed, the same thing can happen. Obstructions caused by foreign bodies frequently necessitate surgery. Vomiting, diarrhea, gastrointestinal pain, and a loss of appetite are all signs of a foreign body. The most prevalent side effect of eating fruit pits and seeds is constipation. Do not think that since your dog is tiny or huge, he is less at risk. It's worth seeing your veterinarian if your dog eats indigestible fruit components. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.